that started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Reese?
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll bring it out. It's Lockhart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Trojans' offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. This game known for thrilling finishes over the years, and the Fighting Irish pulled out a close one last season.
The Irish last year making a big statement, beating USC. What if you did it twice, Paul? Like winning the jeweled shillelagh twice, swinging your big hammer, swinging your big sword, beating the mighty USC 2 years in a row.
It means a lot to Notre Dame because we know they've got to recruit nationally, right? It's not all just coming from the state of Indiana, and California is a state that they want to tap into. And if they can win this game 2 years in a row, wow, that helps out their recruiting big time.
All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Burrowing for yardage. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Fighting off the defender. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. Hits inside. It's Jordan. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Rush right in his face. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
That's caught. It's Graham. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He's got an open man. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. They've got it first and goal from the 7, looking for the first score. Going for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They were all over it. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Look out! On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Just left that ball well short.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter, and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gives it. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Irish send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. The run inside. It's Jordan.
Well, when we're talking USC offense, it all starts with Mayava at quarterback. We get that. But, David, we also know they've got to have balance. One thing Lincoln Riley has always done, no matter where he's been coaching offense, is making sure that they can run the football as well. The Trojans...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They'll leave it with the lone back.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it back to him. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. Offense in a split backfield. They'll send the back in motion. Carr on play action. Caught behind the line. It's Mobley. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. From the gun, it's Jordan. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Got his man. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Jordan. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Powers inside. Got a little space. There he goes to the right. The 30. The 20. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped that one off with some flair and some juice, a 72-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Straight ahead, it's Mobley. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
Well, you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Newt Rockne, Ara Parseghian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
Fires to the middle. In traffic, it's Porter. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Irish!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play fake. They're all over it. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And defensive coaches talk about it all the time. Winning first down. And what that does for a defense. They win first down. They force 2nd and long. They're ready for it. Nice job rushing the passer, getting the sack, and now putting them in an even more predictable situation. 3rd and forever. Great job by this defense.
And the Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to get started. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Notre Dame has Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Here's Carr to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Took a shot as he threw. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll take the penalty and move them back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they can't make the play on third down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Carr to throw for it on fourth. Oh, pressure's coming. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. Second down coming up. Off play action. Rushes on. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. The give is to Williams. Breaks into the open. Enough to move the chains. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Throwing, Carr. Finds his target. There's some room.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Play action, C.J. Carr. Under pressure. It's dropped after taking the hit. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's some daylight. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Going to the run, it's Danzy. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Turning it on. Stopped right there. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. From the gun on third down, Carr. Out wide left, it's Coleman Williams. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And those plays are never going to be on the highlight tapes. But, man, you love a QB that on 3rd down can understand spacing, can understand how to check the football down, let their running back do the rest, get the 1st down, move the sticks, so then you can make the big play later on in this drive. And on that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Now here's Carr, and they will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Rush right in his face. Right side, it's Bowman. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Snags it. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Trojans in the hurry-up.
Throws a nice completion there for a 1st down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Out wide right, it's Jordan. That should be the final play of the 1st half. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with Boise State taking on the Utah State Aggies.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different looking football game.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. 4th down, Carr. Look out! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain mountain of a man on the defensive front. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Here comes the heat. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete pass, but it'll be a productive play for the offense. This flag's going to go against the D. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Running inside, it's Jordan. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll need a bunch on second down. He wants to throw it. Left side, it's Miller. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass. Carr gonna take a shot. He's got it along the sideline. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Once he got some room, it was over. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Got the quick completion. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Quick give. It's Miller. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Miller with the ball. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is.
Ready. Ready, go.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Delayed handoff. It's Miller. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. The Trojans will call on their punt team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They're all over him. Trying to make something happen. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hits inside. It's Williams. There he goes.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Churns into the pile. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. To the air, it's Mayava. Finds his man in the middle. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. The snap sets up to throw. He's got the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Trojans are threatening in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Miller. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride him again. Driven back.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
The Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
On the move from inside his 5. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Changing the routes with his receivers. Carr above the noise. He's going to let it go. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. Final play of the quarter coming. Moves the pocket. It's Mayava. Oh, pressure's coming. Makes the grab. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. The corners are walked up tight. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another 1st down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got him on the RPO. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Out wide left, it's Danzy. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He makes a grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Caught. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football.
He wants to go deep. He's got it at the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Rush is on. Hit as he throws. Lucky to get it off.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Looking to pass. It's Carr. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man downfield. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run him again. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The Trojans moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 2nd down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Gets it to the back. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49. And the Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got his man across the middle. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Looking to throw it to Mayava. Makes the grab. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. The give is to Miller. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Got him outside. Touchdown, Trojans. Into the end zone for 6.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
It's caught for the 2. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The run inside. It's Coleman Williams. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get...
There he goes! The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Irish! That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sells the run, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Looking for more room.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game?
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They've stretched out this lead, and they're starting to smell their 11th win of the year. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown, Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen,
it's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. From the gun, it's Mobley. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
yeah, lights out, and this game's over. Interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Right side, it's Mobley. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. He wants it all. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air, it's Mayava. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. After a hard...